I'd like to introduce Lauri from the United States, and Lauri has CFS and fibromyalgia. Welcome, Lauri.
Thank you, Linda.
Could you tell us when you first started to get symptoms?
I think in retrospect, it was probably in the beginning of the 1980s. Mm-hmm. I did not get diagnosed until 1998. By that time, I had to quit my job. I could not work anymore. I could not take care of my kids. My husband had quit his job and gotten a job working from the house to help me out. And I was so depressed, I was suicidal. I found a great holistic doctor who helped me immensely, but, I still could not work. I still was in pain. I still was depressed. I'm very sensitive to medications. It was very difficult to put me on anything that I could tolerate. So it was really rough. I mean, even though I felt better seeing her with all the supplements and things she gave me, and even the prescription hormones and things she gave me, I still did not have a life really outside of my house. My energy all involved my kids, my parents, my husband. I could not go out and make friends and go have fun, try and get a job. I had no energy for any of that.
And were you sleeping a lot at that time?
No, I am a classic insomniac, probably from the time I can remember in 5th or 6th grade not sleeping. So I'm not sure if that has something to do with what's going on with us. As a matter of fact, I am having a sleep study tonight. There are some doctors that are questioning whether these autoimmune problems have a link to a sleep disorder that doesn't allow us to get that restorative sleep we all need. So
it'll be interesting to find out those results.
Yes, it will.
Yeah. So you had all these awful problems, then you were diagnosed. What were you offered then?
I had seen a doctor when I first moved here, and all he did was give me nasty looks and write down, I think you've got fibromyalgia. I can't do anything for you. And basically, I was just a pain to him. And then I found this holistic doctor, and she right away knew exactly what was going on with me. She knew exactly what tests to do to show me that it was not all in my head. Now that I think about it, back in the 80s, I had gone to the Leahy Clinic, which is a very prominent place in Boston, Massachusetts, and they had told me it was all in my head and I need to see a psychiatrist. So when I saw this doctor in 1998, she said, it is not all in your head. You are depressed because you are sick. We took it from there. I have Epstein-Barr, which is very common with people who have chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia. I have other herpes viruses as well. I probably have HHV6. They all tend to run in packs, so I'm sure I have many more viruses I don't know about.
So, how did you find LDN?
We all have memory problems when we have chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia. I don't remember. I want to say that in all likelihood, I was just on the internet searching around for anything, and somehow I fell over LDN, probably on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And I was just, the first thing you say to yourself is, oh yeah, I've heard this before. And something about me said, you know what, this time let's just go for it. And I went to my doctor. I asked her if she'd heard of it, and she said yes. I had called my compounding pharmacy near me, and I asked them if they knew about it, and they said yes, they compounded it. And I said, would you tell me for who? And they gave me a list of 8 doctors. Mm. So I went to my doctor and said, I've been with you 15 years. I don't want to have to go somewhere else. Would you please prescribe this for me? She was a bit reluctant, but she said that since she'd known me so well and she knew that I would check in with her, that I could be one of her, what she called, guinea pig. So knowing I'm sensitive, I had it compounded very tiny, 0.5 milligrams. I took that, and the next morning, I already noticed a difference. Wow. And I do have to say that every time I increased it, about every 3 weeks I increased it. I did have a few days of fatigue and headache and sleeplessness, but I would say after about 3 or 4 days, each time I increased it, that went away. Mm-hmm. And what I was left with was positive, was energy, was better sleep, was the ability to actually go out of the house and try and meet people and live again. Mm-hmm. It was really amazing. I'm at 3.5 milligrams now. I'm actually going to be decreasing it to 3 milligrams. I believe that I actually felt better at 3. So, I think that's one of the difficulties for some people is the dosing is very specific for everyone. So I think 3 is probably where I sit. Can I say that I'm the way I was before I got sick? No, I can't say that. On the other hand, I'm also 53 now. Mm-hmm. So, I don't think that I'll ever be what you call normal. But then again, I'm not sure I remember what normal was. So, do I have to rest during the day? Yes. Do I have to rest as much as I used to? No. Before, if I did the dishes, I had to sit down for 2 hours. Now I can do the dishes, get the animals fed, go out and take a very light yoga class. That's amazing for me.
What about your pain?
My pain is, I would say my pain is 90% better. Amazing. Amazing.
Are there any other things that you noticed?
I would say that, I would not say that my memory is that much better, but I would say that my aphasia is better. I can find words better than I used to be able to. Everyone's noticed it. So I would say that part of my cognitive abilities is better. My endurance is better. My energy is better. My mood is better. I can't really think of what's not better. There's no way I would stop taking this. No way.
Mm-hmm. So what would you say to other people that had the same condition as you and they're probably a little bit wary?
I've been working on several friends all over the globe who have what I have or who have MS or whatever autoimmune disease they have. And what I would say to them is, I am the queen of reacting badly to medications. And what I can say for me is that you try it, you hang in there, you adjust your dose if you have to. And if you come off of it, whatever bad effect you may have that you don't like goes away. Nothing permanent is done to you. And that I cannot imagine that people would want to take all of the drugs that I've been put on through the years that have made me so much sicker, so much more depressed. I would never, ever say to these people, take LDN, if I did not believe firmly that it will not hurt you. It can only help you. For the few people it doesn't help, oh, well, you tried. Mm-hmm. But for the vast majority of people, there's improvement. Whether it's people saying, I'm like I was when I was 25, or people like me who say, I have a life outside my house now. Yeah. There's improvement. Some of it good, some of it great.
Well, that is fantastic. Thank you very much for sharing your story with us. I really do appreciate it. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
It's very frustrating to me that so many people, so many doctors, I guess, will not try this because there are no studies. I understand that, pharmaceutical companies don't want to fund studies they can't make money off of. It's a business thing. I get that. But I do think it's unfair that people aren't given this option, that it's so difficult for people to get this drug. If I had known about this drug 10 years ago, who knows what things might have righted themselves that at this point I can't write. Yeah. So it would really be lovely if everybody could try it. This is one of those drugs where it can't hurt you. Can't hurt you. Try it.
As I say, thank you very much, Lauri. Really do appreciate it.
Sure. Thank you.